Okay, hello. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a character with D&D Beyond for the campaign. So you should get a link that looks like this over here. And you should just be able to create a character from there. In the campaign that we'll be having, I will enable content sharing. So you should have access to the book and all the stuff required to make a character. So this is what should show up. We're just going to name this guy Test and give him let's go with this guy. He looks cool. And we're going to keep homebrew and core rules on, get rid of expanded rules, 2014 expanded rules, and legacy/non-core rules. We're going to get rid of enabled all partner content. We're going to keep enabled dice rolling. We're going to leave these blank. Keep it to milestone, keep it to fixed. Keep these two. Keep show level skilled spells. We're going to use encumbrance. We're going to uncheck ignore coin weight. And then you're going to want to have it set to campaign only so that everyone else can see your character sheet. And that way I can see your character sheet as well. Next, you're going to pick a class. For the test, we're going to go with Fighter, which is a basic class. So you don't want to pick these skill proficiencies yet, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But you can choose your fighting style. I'm going to pick Great Weapon Fighting. And then you can pick your weapon mastery. Now there's this cool website named 5e Tools. Now I'll enable content sharing, as I said before, so you should be able to view the player's handbook in D&D Beyond by going over to library and then clicking player's handbook. But if that doesn't work, or you feel like using a different website, you can just come to 5e Tools. It's just called 5e Tools. And then you go to Player's Handbook 2024, and they'll have everything you need to make a character. So you can build a character out from the book, or just from the character builder itself. I recommend reading the book at least a little bit if you're completely new. So that way you have more of an idea of what's going on, and you can make informed decisions. But for this, we're going to go for a great sword. We're going to go for a long sword, and we're going to go for a javelin. Alright, now you don't want to pick these yet, because you want to pick your origin first. We're going to go with a soldier, and that comes with skill proficiencies. We choose a gaming set. We're going to pick a playing card set, and you don't want to pick the ability scores yet either. So for these, you go back and you come to these. It'll tell you which skill proficiencies are given to you by your origin. So that way you don't have to fuss around and see, what goes with what and cross-reference things. If you just pick your origin first, it'll tell you. So for what we want is we're going to pick Insight, and we're going to pick, let's say, Perception. Perception's always useful. And you don't want to pick ability scores yet. Now for species, you can pick whatever you want. That guy looks like a human to me, so I guess it could be ASMR. We're going to pick that. Size, we're going to go for medium. Skillful, and again it'll show you all the skills you've picked from soldier. It won't show you, I believe it won't show you some things you've already picked. So we get proficiency in one skill. We're gonna pick deception, and then we get another origin feat, or an origin feat, and we could pick skilled and have a ton of skills. I'm gonna pick lucky. And for 2 languages, we're going to pick Common Sign Language and Draconic. You can pick whatever you want. For some reason, this man can talk to dragons. Now, the ability score generation method, we're going to pick manual/rolled. And what we're going to do is, we're going to go over to Discord and go to the dice section and do !Randcar. And this will generate your stats. So as we can see, now you don't have to put them in order. I'm just going to put them pretty much in order. 18, 10, 12, 7, 16, 10. I'm putting them in order pretty much for just the example. You probably want to have the Constitution be 16 instead of 12. You probably just swap Wisdom and Constitution with this guy, but we're going to leave it as is. And then we're going to go back over to here where it says ability scores, and increase 2 scores, +2 to strength, and +1 to con. Of course, you can put whatever you want, but we're rolling inside of Discord for the stats. Now we're back over to here. I'm going to pick the chainmail, and I'm going to just take the gold as starting equipment. And that should be everything to have a character. Then we're going to go to inventory. You have to equip your items. Make sure you do that. Equip your backpack. And make sure you can see if you're encumbered or not. And everything should be ready. You can roll straight off here. Just like that. It's pretty intuitive. And then you can fill out all kinds of stuff. You can fill out your alignment. Let's say this guy is neutral good, lifestyle modest, hair black. You can fill this out on your own time. What's important, so that you don't stop here, is you go over to account and you link your Discord account. Okay, you do that. This is very important that you link your Discord account. And then we're using a dice ball named Avre. So if I go back to this character sheet, and if I do ! Import and link it, you should have your character here inside of Discord. So you can see it shows you your sheets. So you can do save dex. You do dexterity save, save con. You do constitution save. You can do check athletics, and it'll do an athletics check, and it'll show all your stuff. If you had a spellcaster, you could do ! Spell book. But we don't have any spells. And you can manage everything there. You can do HP -3, GHP +3, and you can do everything here, and it'll sync with your sheet in the Discord. And that's just really useful to have, really neat to have, especially if we do downtimes. So that way you don't have to open up the campaign and all this stuff. You can just have, the Discord bot. But to do this, to make sure that import works, you're going to have to link your D&D Beyond account to the to your Discord. And that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Content sharing will be enabled, and have a nice day.